Hi guys, this is Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and in this case we're going to be talking about survival kits. And I'm going to be showing several different kits that I have around and discussing them. Some are more urban oriented, some are more wilderness oriented, but I think it's going to be interesting seeing different little kits and seeing what they have, and giving food for thought for your own kits, making your own ones, fitting your own personal circumstances and your own environment. Usually you would be using something like this. This is the typical thing that people use for small survival kits, an Altoids can such as this one. This one just has a few rounds, a few shot shell rounds, in case you're wondering what this is for. It's for this firearm right here, which some people really think it's cool, it's nice. It is. I mean, it's more of a fun gun. It has a practical purpose as well, in terms that it is a gun that can be used for small game hunting. I've actually used this and it does work even for dropping for small birds from the sky. It's not that difficult if you have some skill with it. So it's more, I bought it several years ago and it's something that I enjoy shooting occasionally, very once in a while, not often at all. But I mean, even if you look closely, you see that it has a rabbit over here, and it is its intended purpose, rabbit hunting and such. Or you can see a few, a dog here, the little bird. Just think it's one of those cool guns to have, shoot. It's lots of fun, and it does work. It does work for what it's intended as well. So that's all good by me. I suppose it would be a good snake gun as well if you live in a place where there's trouble with snakes. Something like this would fit the bill. Of course, this is only for Argentine regulations. I think this isn't exactly. I think you need one of those tax stamps for a handgun that fires shot shells like these in USA. So this is okay according to our law here in Argentina. So you won't be finding much of this in USA. This isn't a typical gun in America by any means. Works like a typical shotgun, but it has a single action grip and it has a single action mechanism as well. Each time you cock it, it changes a striking surface over here, and it hits either here or here, firing each one of the barrels. Now, I just found the shot shells around in one of these cans that I was intending to show for the kids, and okay, said I'll just show the firearm as well because it is kind of neat. So let's get to it because I don't have much time. The first kit I'm going to be showing is going to be this one. This one is actually it's a gift from a good friend of mine, and was visiting here in Argentina from USA, and he gave me a small kit as a gift. Here it is. The can is, he told me it's a sushi can that he went into a lot of trouble finding. Maybe you can find it around your place, but if not, something similar would be great. This is actually a pretty neat can, and the container is actually one of the nicest things this kit has going for it, because it's all stainless steel and it locks very well with a gas kit, as you see here. Yeah, it's indeed waterproof, and it's extremely resistant as well, and you could be using the can as well for cooking if that's what you need. What we have here is a few matches. These are all different kits, guys. I know that you may have better options on each individual case, right? But this is the kits as they come. I think I added a few things and eventually changed some as well. These are the matches that came along with this kit. These are Strike Anywhere matches. I suppose these are pretty old because they are the blue ones. If these are the blue diamond ones, they now make it with the red heads instead. So let's start looking at the contents of the kit. First of all, we have the container in itself, which is stainless steel and could be used for cooking. If you have a fire or a stove of some sort, you could be using this container for preparing a very small amount of food, but it's better than no container at all. So you have matches, we have alcohol swabs in here. No, these are not the alcohol, this is sugar, a couple of sugar envelopes, and tea. As you see, it's all in these Ziploc bags. A small lighter, still works as it should. You have to check these kits every once in a while and keep everything updated, because things do go bad. A good example, in this particular kit, my friend, he included one of these bottles of water treating tablets, you know, to purify water. Well, look what had happened to the cap. It got all rusted, right? And the tabs themselves got ruined with time. So you have to check these things every once in a while. We have a few pills of antibiotics, the type you take one each day. Antibiotics are pretty important in case you get wounded, especially for a wilderness survival kit, in case you get injured and you have an infection. Well, if you have an infection and it's getting bad, I know in some cases people say, well, you're not a doctor, you shouldn't be self-medicating. Guys, this is supposed to be an emergency, so if you have a huge wound that is getting red and you feel it hot at touch and it's getting red and separating, you know, those are the things that's telling you that there's an infection, and you should be getting antibiotics as soon as possible. Actually, if you get a serious wound, it's better to start taking those before it gets that bad, before it gets all swollen, red, and infected. A small knife, important for what I consider to be a wilderness survival kit. This was also a gift from a friend. We have moist towelettes. This is an alcohol swab that could be used as well for cleaning a wound. We have another bag. This would be for treating water for your pills. Remember, I replaced this one because it went bad. The cap got all rusted, so I still have the bag for treating water, but instead I would be using this. This is potassium permanganate. These are crystals, and these are the type that you just use a very small crystal and it makes the water look a bit pink. That's enough to make it pure, to purify it for drinking. It's not going to be removing heavy metals and such and other toxins, but it's going to be killing bugs from the water. So it is a way of purifying water as well, using this and also the bag in itself, leaving it full with water in the sun, under the sun. The UV rays are going to be killing some of the bacteria as well, so you could use both in combination for a better chance of getting as much bugs out of your water as possible before drinking. A small LED light, very small one. It's not great. You could probably do better than this, but at least you have one at least. A small fishing kit. You have some hooks and some sinkers over there. What else? There's a small compass. These are for the wire saw that it's underneath here. So this is used in combination with the wire saw as well. Wire saws, they come in different qualities. Find one that is good and actually tested, because some are very poorly made and they come apart as soon as you start using them. These work well if you have a branch. You know, you just flex it a bit as if in a C, and you use this for tension. You use it for tension. Try it before you keep it in your kit, because some of them just come apart as soon as you start using them. this is not the case. This is a pretty good one. It's a bit more expensive than some of the others you may find, but it's okay, it's good. Small pencil, fire steel, some needles that could be used with your thread as well, and a signaling mirror. This is a good one that works okay. Some are very poorly made. This is not the case. Usually try buying quality stuff, guys. Buying poor stuff for things that may be ending up used in survival, critical, life-threatening situations, it's not a best idea. Blade, scalpel, no, it's kind of like a shaving blade, actually. But, you know, if you need something very sharp, here you have a small blade as well. The striker for the steel, this has been used with some, but it still works okay. Alcohol swabs, alcohol pads, a couple more scalpel blades, and here I have some paper. Why paper and why a pencil? For taking notes of stuff you need during your emergency, for taking notes of the plants you're trying and testing to see if they are edible or not. Those are all things you take note of. Usually what's recommended when you find a plant that you don't know if it's edible or not, you just cut a small piece, you rub it in your skin and test it for if it irritates your skin. If that's okay and the smell is okay as well, you eat a small amount of it, and if it doesn't make you sick, later on you eat some more. So those are all things that you take note of. Also things you see during your situation, rescue groups that may be coming, leaving messages, something as simple as, I was here a couple of days ago, now I'm moving forward in this direction, and you're leaving a message. This is also used for starting fires as well. So, you know, you have 3 different ways of starting fire using this magnifying glass, which is flexible, but it could still be used. You have the matches, you have the lighter as well, so it's actually like 4 different ways of starting fires. So this would be one first approach to what could be a possible survival kit. That's going to be all for now, guys, and I'll be showing different kits and different other videos as we keep going on. Take care and see you in our next video.